I'm Allie.
And I'm Theo.
And we're Allie and Theo, and today we're watching RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 3, The Lost Fable. So, yeah, that blonde girl is Salem.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
You ready for some Salem backstory?
I'm so excited for Salem backstory, dude. I'm so excited.
Alright, well then let's hop into it.
Let's go.
Alright, here we go. The Lost Fable.
Locked away by her cruel father, Salem was a girl who desired but one thing: freedom. She lived in a time when kings and their kingdoms were plentiful, when men and women were capable of greatness, and magic was a gift from the gods that all could wield.
Everyone used to have magic.
There she sat within her tower. Until one day, a legendary hero came to brave the challenges within the tower's walls. The people of the lands knew him as Ozma. Unlike those who had come before, this warrior was not driven by the prize of the young maiden's hand. He fought only for righteousness, and his pure heart and courageous soul prevailed. They escaped the wretched fortress, and yet something bound them together. Ozma had been ready to give his life for justice countless times, but now saw a woman worth saving it for. And Salem, to her surprise, found her freedom not in the outside world she had yearned for, but in the eyes of the man that had saved her.
So, where should we go now?
Wherever you'd like.
The two fell deeply in love, planned adventures around the world, and lived happily ever after.
Did they?
Or at least, that's what should have been. Ozma, the infallible hero of legend, fell ill. And where all of the beasts and blades of the world had fallen short, a single sickness prevailed.
Ozma died.
Rip. It's the cane.
Ha! You noticed the designs.
Brothers
Yes.
of light and darkness,
Very smart.
creation and destruction. Salem prayed they would see the injustice that had befallen her love and make things right. The domain of light was a sacred place.
Yeah, so it seems like the gods lived in a physical place in the world.
The elder brother dwelled beside his fountain of life and creation. It was here where mankind would fall to ruin.
That's ominous.
Oh.
There's the god of light.
He's a faunus.
Please bring him back to me.
I understand your pain, but you demand of me that which I cannot make so. Life and death are part of a delicate balance.
So, you won't do it then?
To disrupt the cycle of...
But that's not fair.
That's not fair!
Let him rest.
Damn.
No.
The god of darkness.
Does this place look familiar?
None dared to enter his home, as men knew what monstrosities emerged from his blackened pools of annihilation. And so you must understand the Dark Lord's surprise when he found a lone woman kneeling before him.
Ugh. Not like that.
Icky. Ew!
Salem
Grim.
understood it well. She told him of her loss and professed that she knew only he could answer her prayers, all while careful to make no mention of his elder.
Rise, child, and let your faith in me be rewarded.
Where am I? What is this? Where am I?
It's okay. Everything's going to be okay.
Is it? Oh no.
What have you done?
I have done what I please, brother. You may bask in the powers of creation, but you do not own them.
This is not creation.
Do not lecture me.
I will do what I must to maintain order.
Oh no.
No! No! What did you do? Bring him back!
Poor Ozma.
Dare enter my domain and show such.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Ozma!
I am abiding
Poor
by the
man.
rules we agreed upon.
Rules that I now see work ever in your favor. And yet the day a mortal comes to pray at my feet before your own, so do you rise to lay your judgment upon me.
Oh, poor Salem.
Yeah.
I know we have our differences, but I have not come here with the aim to control you. The same, however, cannot be said for her. This woman came to you only after I denied her pleas. Pleas that would have disrupted the balance that you and I created. Together.
Then it seems I owe you an apology. Allow me to correct my mistake.
I have to watch the man she loves die 3 times.
Jesus.
You monsters! Give him back to me! Give him back!
Oof.
When you first came to me, I did pity you. But it is clear now that your selfishness and arrogance have led you astray.
What did you do to me?
I have made you immortal.
Immortal?
Yep.
You cannot die. You cannot be with
That's
your beloved.
harsh.
So long as this world turns,
You shall walk its face. You must learn the importance of life and death. Only then may you rest.
God, that is a harsh punishment for a woman.
Yeah, what the
grieving the
fuck?
loss of her lover.
Once again, her fruitless attempts to reunite with Ozma eventually became nothing more than acts of spite and defiance against the gods. But perhaps the gods were not as powerful as they seemed. She had lied to them, turned them against one another. They were fallible. If she were to turn humanity against light and darkness,
Honestly,
she could rid herself
what
of
they
their
did to
curse,
Salem was just
or at the
cruel.
very least,
Yeah,
suffer.
I mean, I
feel
I
bad
can't side
for
with
her.
God here.
Traveled from one kingdom to another, telling tales of how she stole immortality from the gods, welcomed any swordsman to cut her down, and demonstrated her powers. With the kings and queens in awe, she pulled them deeper into her scheme. She painted them pictures of a time when they would no longer have to watch their loved ones wither and die, when they could claim the powers of their creators for themselves, and in turn perfect their own design. All they needed to do was destroy their old masters. The gods had hoped that Salem would learn from her eternal curse. And she did. She learned that the hearts of men are easily swayed.
Who has led you down this path?
Remember me? The woman you cursed for no reason? Salem did nothing wrong.
My own gift to them, used against me.
I should have gone for the head. I had to. Yeah,
So he took the magic from her.
no.
He killed all of them.
You thought there was no greater punishment we could bestow upon you?
I'll come back. I'll tell the rest of the world of this massacre. Build a new army.
You do not understand. There is
They
no
killed
one
everyone.
left. You are all that remains of humanity.
What?
This planet was a beautiful experiment, but it is merely a remnant of what it once was. We will learn from this failure. I hope that you will learn from yours.
No, you can't leave. You can't leave. Come back.
Still demanding things of your creator.
You made her immortal and then isolated her on a planet. Also, that's how the moon broke.
Oh.
Yeah. You made her immortal and then completely isolated her
The fuck?
for the crime of wanting her lover back.
Salem was alone.
Yeah.
She cursed the gods. She cursed the universe. She cursed everything. Everything but herself. She wandered the face of the planet, awaiting a death that would never come. Until fate led her back to the land of darkness. This was it. This had to be it. The Brothers Grimm, the pools of black that continued to give rise to horrific nightmares. If the Fountain of Life granted her immortality, then surely the pools of Grimm would finally take it away. She was wrong. This force of pure destruction could not destroy a being of infinite life. Instead, it created a being of infinite life with a desire for pure destruction.
Oh shit.
And in
Yeah.
time, she would find her adversary.
Oh. I have a lot of opinions about this episode. I'll get into them when it's over. I think we're only like halfway done, if I'm being honest.
Jeez.
I told you there's a lot in this episode.
Ozma.
Am I?
We are between realms. I'm afraid a tragedy has befallen your home at the hands of my brother.
The
We've
hands
chosen
of
to
both of
depart
you.
This world, but in our absence, I would like to offer you the chance to return to it.
I don't understand.
Mankind is no more, yet your world remains, and in time, your kind will grow to walk its face once again. However, without our presence, they will be but a fraction of what they once were.
No more magic.
Creation, destruction, choice, and
Those are the
growth
relics.
were the ideals upon which humanity was made. Now, I leave them behind with the hope that you may learn to remake yourselves. If brought together, These 4 relics will summon my brother and I back to your world. And humanity will be judged.
Oh.
If your kind has learned to live in harmony with one another and set aside their differences, then we shall once again live among you, and humanity will be made whole again. But if your kind is unchanged, if you demand our blessings while still fighting amongst yourselves, then man will be found irredeemable, and your world will be wiped from existence.
Jesus.
Until your task is complete,
I hate the gods.
incarnate.
Jesus.
That ensures you are never alone.
I'm sorry, but that world just isn't as dear to me without her. If I may, I'd rather return to the afterlife to see Salem.
You will not find her there.
You mean she isn't gone?
Salem lives, but the woman you hold dear in your memories is gone. Heed this warning. Where you seek comfort, you will only find pain.
Yeah, she's
So, will you...
I'll do it.
she's a crazy grim lady now. Our
Very
fault.
well.
Sorry.
Our creation rests within your hands.
Jeez. Fuck the gods. I hate these bitches.
No.
And so, Ozma was reborn.
Where am I? Thank you. Please, tell me your name. Who are you?
He didn't
No,
know.
he didn't.
Ozma had found himself in a world completely unfamiliar to him. Cities looked different. Creatures known as the Faunus bore fangs and claws and were locked away in cages. And without the blessing of the gods, no one could perform magic like mankind was once capable of. No one but himself and a woman known as the Witch.
No witch.
During his years of travel, he heard the same frightened whispers that spoke of a terrifying sorceress who commanded dark powers in the wilds among the beasts and monsters. Ozma was convinced that this witch was Salem, and decided he needed to see what she had
Yeah.
become.
That's fair.
Call it magic or call it something stronger. But in that moment, the two knew exactly who it was that stood before them.
What do we do now?
Whatever we like.
As Salem and Ozma recounted the events which had brought them back together, each withheld parts of their story. Salem, fearing Ozma would reject her, blamed the end of the world on the gods.
No, it was their fault.
Ozma, still unsure of where the
Salem
truth
didn't
lay,
tell any lies.
kept his task and the relics a secret. Though time passed and all seemed well, Ozma's conversation with the god of light still lingered in his mind. He had found happiness, but humanity seemed more divided than ever before.
Are you surprised? This world is quite literally godless. These humans have no one to guide them. Perhaps that's all they need.
What are you saying?
We could become the gods of this world. Our powers surpass all others. Our souls transcend death. We can mold these lands into whatever we want. What you want. Create the paradise that the old gods could not.
The hearts of men are easily swayed.
Oh, that's creepy.
I don't like that.
You can make make religion out of that.
The two amassed a following. That following grew into a prosperous kingdom. And at the head of that kingdom blossomed a family.
Damn. Ozma and Salem fucked a lot.
Oh no! They did it at least 4 times. Imagine being Oscar watching this. You'd think he was having like flashbacks the entire time.
Are we sure this is right?
You said we needed to bring humanity together. In order to do that, we have to spread our word and destroy those who will deny it.
What are we doing?
This isn't what he asked of me.
What did you say?
Mother! Father! Look!
Magic.
It was a miracle. Their children could perform magic. But what should have been a joyous occasion was short-lived.
I'm sorry, but every time they do that smoke effect, it looks like one of the characters is like blowing like fat cotton in the other one's face.
Had brought him back, the relics that lay scattered around the world, and the day of judgment he had been told to prepare for.
Don't you see? None of that matters anymore. Why spend our lives trying to redeem these humans when we can replace them with what
If
they
we
could
just
never
fuck
be?
a lot, there'll be a whole new generation
No.
of humans that can do magic.
And then they definitely won't have to do an incest to make more.
Mommy?
Oh boy. Well, everyone watching this fight looks horrified.
Yeah.
Their children died. At least that's the implication.
Oh. And Ozma died too, huh?
And Salem's immortal.
We finally have freedom.
Damn, didn't even let him finish his sentence.
Jeez.
Thus began a long and painful cycle of death and rebirth for Ozma. Some lives were spent in mourning. Many were spent attempting to forget it all. But no matter what, his mind would eventually turn back to the task he had been burdened with. And as the centuries went on, Ozma began to learn the importance of living with the souls.
It is
with
a
which
crime
he
that they
could
didn't
pay.
make one of his
No
reincarnations
matter
a woman.
where or how he lived, her presence
Yeah.
was always felt. If humanity were ever to stand a chance of being united, one thing was clear.
He had to destroy Salem.
Knowing he could never rid the world of her through any mortal means, Ozma sought out the power of the relics. Armed with my knowledge, he believed he could fulfill his promise to the God of Light.
Where are the other relics?
He asked me his questions,
What powers do they possess?
and though I gave him my answers,
How do I destroy Salem?
not all of them were to his liking. You can't.
Damn, bro. Ah.
So, what did you think of the Lost Fable?
So,
Salem did nothing wrong.
yeah, well, I mean, originally, yeah,
Well,
but after that,
here's the
she,
thing.
kinda
No,
went
here's
off
the thing,
route.
though. So, the gods cursed her with immortality for the crime of being for the crime of grieving her lover.
Yeah.
And then, it was very clear that that army she raised posed absolutely no threat to them. They
Yeah.
they didn't
The
have to
gods were
kill
just
everybody.
The gods would just like women be shopping, and then they was like totally kill
And
them all.
so after they had cursed her for no reason, they completely isolated her for who knows how many thousands of years.
Yeah, that was kind
So
of.
I mean, that would drive anyone insane.
Not cool.
And then,
True,
so
true.
she was forced to find the only solution she could think of for her immortality, which was the pools of Grimm, which, you know, didn't kill her and turned her into, as Jin said, a being with a desire for pure destruction. So anything she does after that isn't her fault. Because the gods drove her to it.
True.
And now it's literally in her nature. She can't help it. And it's not her fault that she is that way.
I mean, it's kind of her fault that she does the bad things. Because she's still the one doing them.
She's responsible
But-
for her actions, but none of this is her fault.
Yeah.
Which is why I think this series is
She's
gonna
just
end...
a cog in a great
I think this
machine.
series is gonna end with Salem being redeemed. It might be a redemption in death, but she will get redeemed at the end of the show.
I feel like, I mean, I haven't seen the other ones yet, so I can't say, but I feel like it should end with like some sort of like Judgment Day. Not sure.
I love Ozpin asking Jin, how do I destroy Salem? And Jin just goes, you can't.
Yeah.
So, you know.
God. Okay, Ozpin didn't do
No, he
that
didn't.
much wrong.
He lied to them, which
He's
sucks,
trying his
but
best.
he lied to
What?
Team RWBY and everybody.
He thought he had to, though.
Okay.
Like, in his experience, he's been betrayed by, like, every single person he's ever
Here's
loved.
the thing. I don't care that he hid, like, his whole past with Salem from them. Hiding the fact that Salem's immortal was probably not wise.
Yeah, but the fact is he also didn't want to scare them
I
into
mean,
not
that's
even
fair.
trying.
That's fair. There's,
So, I get where he's
Yeah.
coming from. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this
Yeah.
season goes, because, like, yeah, we're ending this
Yep.
recording session, and we've recorded, like,
We've
most
recorded,
of
I think,
volume
12 or 13 episodes today. But we will, very excited to continue Volume 6. We got some good stuff coming up this volume.
Hell yeah.
And
I'm
we will
excited.
see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yep. Bye.